In this lecture, we are going to learn about the increment and the decrement operator. Increment operator will help us to increase the value of the variable by 1 and its symbol is plus 2 times. Similarly, decrement will help us to decrease the value of a variable by 1 and its symbol is minus without any space. Now what do you mean by increase by 1? Let's say I've got a variable x. If I have int x and let's say x is having the value 5. Now how do I increase the value of x by 1? Let's say we are not using the increment operator right now. So what you can do is you can just write x equals to x plus 1. What does this statement do? So let's try to simulate this. Whenever I write int x, a variable will be created x, right? And I'm assigning the value 5 to x. Whenever I do x equals to x plus 1, first of all, the right hand side will be evaluated. So 1 will be added to x. So x plus 1 would be 5 plus 1, that is 6. So the right hand side will be evaluated to 6 and now 6 will be assigned to x. Now finally this 5 will be replaced by the value 6. Okay, so this is incrementing the value by 1. Now this entire thing can be done in a single line. Now I can simplify this increment statement by just writing x plus plus. This will do the same job as this one, that is, it is as good as writing x equals to x plus 1, and same is the case with the decrement operator as well. So if I write x equals to x minus 1, this is actually decrementing x by 1 and this can be written down as x minus minus. So whenever I write x minus minus, it is as good as writing x equals to x minus 1, that is decrementing 1 from x. Okay, now let's try to learn about the increment operator plus in more details. Now it has two variations, that is pre-increment and post-increment. Now first let's try to see what is pre-increment. Okay, so here I have declared two variables y and x. Y is not assigned any value, so y will have some garbage value. Okay, it will have some garbage value and x is having the value 10. Now let me write a statement here, that is, let me write y is equals to plus x. Now if you look at this statement, here I have written down plus x. This plus here is called as a prefix increment or pre-increment operator because this is actually prefixing the operand x. So how does it behave here is very simple. Whenever you have prefix increment or pre-increment, first increment is done. So step number 1, increment is done. Okay, only then the value is used. Step number 2, the value is used. Okay, let's see how it works. Now first increment is done. No, so in this case x is incremented by 1 first. Increment is done first. So x now becomes 11 because if I add 1 to 10 it becomes 11. So the value here would be 11 and then 11 will be assigned to y. So now value is used, this 11 is used and 11 will be assigned to y and now y will be replaced by 11. So garbage value will be replaced by 11. Okay, so this is how it works. Now let's do the same thing for post increment. Now how does post increment look is like this. Y is equals to x plus plus. So now this plus is the postfix increment or post increment. Okay, now here step number 1, first of all the value is used first, only then the increment is done. Okay, so the order is changed here. Okay, in this case first the value is used. So y equals to x is done first. Y equals to x is done first, only then x would be incremented by 1. Okay, this is the order. Step number 1 is this one, step number 2 is this one. So in this case initially x was 10, so x is 10, y is a garbage value, and whenever this happens, first of all the value is used, that is y would be assigned the value of x. So y will take the value 10. So this garbage will be overwritten by the value 10. And what happens is after this increment is done after this. So now x equals to x plus 1 is done and now x will be incremented by 1. So 10 now becomes 11. Okay. Finally the value of x is 11 in both the case, but the value of y in the first case remains 11 and in the second case it remains to be 10. So this is how pre and post increment works, and the working of pre and post decrement is also something similar. Let's try to see. Okay, so in this case let me write in a statement y is equals to, this is pre, so I'll write minus x Okay, so if I have to simplify this, there are two steps involved here. First, you have to do the decrement, so x equals to x minus 1 is done first, and step number 2, you do the assignment, that is y equals to x is done in the next step, right? Similarly, let's write here post decrement, it will be y is equals to x minus minus, so minus minus will come after the variable x. So here if you break down this one, first of all you do the assignment, so y equals to x, the value of x is used as it is, only then the decrement is done, so only then x would be decremented by 1, x equals to x minus 1 is done. Okay, so let's try to run this example number 1 on pre-decrement. Okay, y is a garbage value, so let me write hash in place of garbage value. In both the cases, y is garbage value. Now value of x in the first case pre-decrement is 10. Similarly, in the second case also the value of x is 10. Now let's try to execute the first case, that is of pre-decrement. So first of all, what happens is decrement is done, x equals to x minus 1. So x will be decremented by 1. So this will be decremented by 1, so from 10 it will be converted to 9, and then assignment is done, so y would be equals to x, so y garbage value would be replaced by x, so it is 9 finally. So this is how it looks like. Look at the post decrement. In the post decrement, first of all assignment is done, so value of x is assigned to the garbage value, so y is having any random garbage integer value which is represented here by hash. Hash is actually not an integer value, don't get confused, this is just for representation purpose. Okay, so first of all y will be equals to x, so in that case 10 would be assigned to y. Okay, so y would be 10, and only then x would be decremented by 1. Now if I decrement x by 1, if I decrement 10 by 1, 10 minus 1 is 9, so this would be 9. Okay, so if you look at this, the value of x in both the cases is 9, that is it is decremented by 1, but the order in which it is decremented is different. Okay, in the first case decrement happens first, only then the value is used. Okay, here first the value of x is used and then decrement is done. Okay, so the order is changed, so the value of y in both the cases are different. In the first case the value of y finally is 9, and in the post decrement value of y is 10. Okay, so we are going to use this pre and post decrement very frequently while we are actually learning about loops. It will come in subsequent sections later on, but it is very important to know how it really works. I hope you have understood the working of pre and post increment as well as pre and post decrement in this lecture. Stay tuned.